Good.
Maya-hee, Maya-hoo, Maya-hoo. You see, I put up a wee thing, you probably have seen it on my other timeline, and it was me singing. People think it was an app, but it's actually me. I've been practicing quite a bit. Maya-hee, Maya-hoo.
We need something to make us laugh at the minute. I mean, it looks like we're going to be in lockdown until April.
That's right.
It's very depressing, and it's raining, and our fence is falling over, and we're trying to be grateful for lots of things.
Yes, I am. Been very thankful.
Actually, I think we've been a bit touchy with each other as well. I think we're getting fed up with
Well, you have with me.
That is not true.
No,
It's
I
been
have,
really
actually.
horrible.
I know. It's a bit strong.
But yeah, I think we're sort of running out of grace for one another.
I know.
So we'll have to what did one of our children said?
Dig deep into your grace pocket.
Yes, it's a question of digging deep into grace pockets.
Yeah, so
I think.
keep cheerful. Actually, I was reading in Luke about the 10 lepers who were healed, and only one came back. And it really struck me again about being thankful, and it's so important, you know, that you didn't you do a thing? Did you read something on
It's Anne Voskamp, her
wrote a book,
original
didn't she?
book.
1,000 Things to be thankful for.
Yes,
You found it very inspirational.
I mean, that was a couple of years
It
ago.
changed your life, didn't it?
No, Jesus changed my life,
Thank
not
you.
Anne
Oh, right,
Voskamp.
okay. Right, so let's be thankful for what we've got, okay? As I used to say to the children, when they said, it's not fair, I'd say, yeah, you could have been born in Bangladesh under a palm tree. I said, you're living in a country, you know, fresh water, medical service, food, housing, and that really blessed them. I loved that. Anyway,
but having said that, there's lots that
to
we
be
do
thankful
have to
for.
be
What are you thankful for from the Bible?
Well, I'm continuing to read in John's Gospel, and today was Jesus' triumphant entrance into Jerusalem. And we actually walked that.
We was there. We walked the road, the Pilgrim's Road, from the Mount of Olives, where they would have come in and walked down that. Now, obviously, it's not the same road because it's tarmac today, but I mean, about 20 feet under it's the actual road, and it led through the Kidron Valley and up to the Eastern Gate, where the pilgrims would have entered in.
That was a
pretty special.
Special day, and it also helps you see, you know, in terms of the distances, it wasn't really that far.
No.
And anyway, it just made me think again, and we often, you know, think of it on Palm Sunday, that here comes Jesus, as it says in the passage, do not be afraid, daughter Zion, see your king is coming seated on a donkey's coat. And there was such a lot of buzz and speculation about Jesus at this time. Lazarus had just been raised from the dead. That story was being spread, and people wanted to see this man who was the miracle worker. The Pharisees were out to arrest and to kill him. You know, there was a huge amount of talk.
Hullabaloo.
Yes, there really was. I mean, if we talk about celebrity culture, he was the man of the moment that everybody wanted to see. But what struck me was that he didn't bend to anybody else's expectations of who he should be or what he should do, because like for the most part they were hoping that he was Messiah, but in their mind Messiah would come and deliver them from the Romans.
Because it's funny that whenever what you read is that when he goes up to the Eastern Gate, which actually today is covered by the entrance is blocked out.
Yeah.
And historically, when Messiah comes, he'll go through that in Jewish tradition, and there's a graveyard around it because it's to keep to keep him out. But in Jesus' day, when he went through the Eastern Gate, of course, the expectation was that he would go turn right, because that was where the Roman garrison was. So the crowd are there, they're putting him down, they're putting down their cloaks, etc. It's excitement, something's happening, he's going to go and take the Romans on, and instead of course turning right, what does he do? He turns left and he goes to the temple complex.
So he wasn't going to, you know, fulfill in a sense their hopes and expectations. And he comes riding on that donkey. He's not a king in the way that they would think of a king being, all powerful, a military army, all of the things that they would have expected. Jesus doesn't buy into any of those expectations. And I suppose it made me think, sometimes we have hopes and expectations of the Lord and can be disappointed, but he was coming to them to meet their need, not their expectations. They needed a saviour. They needed a servant king who would lay down his life. That's what they needed, rescuing. And Jesus came to lay down his life and to save them and to save us. And so while they may eventually have been disappointed that this wasn't what they were expecting, he still came to meet their need. And it really challenged me this morning as I read that. And I thought, I'm praying at the minute. I have hopes and I have expectations. But perhaps Jesus is reminding me, Priscilla, I'm going to meet your need, and it won't necessarily meet your hopes and your expectations, but I know the bigger picture. And while, there's things that I would love to see happening, that the Lord is saying to me, I am coming to meet your need and not just simply your expectations.
It's just fantastic.
It is,
isn't it? Because he knows better than we do.
He does. And also that as a person, he wasn't being pressurized to be, or he wouldn't allow himself to be pressurized to be other than who he was.
But, yes, he had one thing in his mind, and that was right through Luke particularly, you get this, he set his face to go towards Jerusalem. The time had come, and a large part of Luke is the journey towards Jerusalem, and he wouldn't be diverted from that no matter what anybody did or anybody said. And of course it was to go to the cross, and we're so thankful that he didn't meet the crowd's expectation or even their hopes and desires and dreams.
Yes, exactly.
He met what they really needed, which was they needed a saviour.
As do we.
As do we, and that saviour is still alive and ready to save today. Thank the Lord for that. So anyway,
yes, be encouraged this weekend. If you have been looking to the Lord to meet some, you've got some expectations of him, just know that he's still intent on meeting your need and not necessarily your expectations.
And be thankful in all things.
I will try very hard.
Me.
And I'll try to be nice to Paul.
Okay, me, oh my. Have a great weekend. See ya. Bye.